Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. Thank you for coming this video. Yourself a priority. I am Denise. It is Sunday, and Sunday is What's D Cooking / Meal Prep Day. First, I'd like to thank the Nakano Knives for sponsoring this video. They sent me a beautiful knife for review, and you will see all about it in a few. It's stunning, of course. I love a good blade. So also we have on here a carrot cake cookie. We have a few things I posted on Instagram Reels, like the new cottage cheese pancake hack, whatever you want to call it. It's delicious. High in protein pancakes, very easy. Cottage cheese, oats, baking powder, and egg, and you have yourself a really filling, delicious breakfast. I think there's a Kroger bowl as well, and a little bit of knife skills in here. Also, I did use this knife in last week's video as well. I will link it in the iCards above. You can watch me do some more chopping if you'd like. So without further ado, let's get to some food, shall we, my lovelies? All right, we're making something fun because we have leftover pickle juice brine. So why not try brining some breasts, chicken breasts in it. So I have some freshly purchased chicken breast. We'll just do two. We'll do two. This one's pretty big too. And then we're going to cover it in the pickle juice. How about we put some holes in it? That's it. Just to get that brine maybe infused in these chickens. Right, we're good height. We're just gonna pour our brine for our chicken. There we go. And I do have a cover for this. There it is. Okay, get that one to snap. There we go. So we're going to cover this till we're ready to cook it up, which should be a couple hours. I should really do the other two, shouldn't I? Because let's do the other two. Why not? You know, we go through a lot of chicken in this house, and this was just what's left in the pack. So what the heck, right? I know that's what you're saying, D. Just do it. Oh, and score the chicken. Hi. There we go. So I'm gonna marinate. Now this will probably, since it's, I think there's like, isn't there like vinegar and pickle juice? I believe that there is, and that might start cooking the chicken. So we're gonna have in a few hours some pickle brined chicken. I probably should have put the garlic in there, but it's infused in the brine. So we will revisit this chicken in a few hours. Again, repurposing chicken broth. I mean, pickle juice that we're going to throw away anyway. This is a good brand. This is Clausen pickles. So I will see you back in a few hours when we're ready to make our dinner. All right, we're going to bread our brined chicken. As you're going to see, this one out the bottom. You can see it very lightly started to, very lightly. Got a little color on there from the vinegar, but it's not that bad. Put this out here. I'm going to flip this one over and let it continue to cook while we cook this bad boy. I think we should, I'm not going to pat it dry because I want this stuff to stick to it. Okay, we need to, I always hate when they leave stuff like that on the chicken, you know. And this thing, I never know what this is. I just cut it off all the time. It's always gross. So we're going to cut the tenderloin off. And then I like to cut my chicken, hold it up, and I just like to cut it straight down here like that. So we got two nice fillets. There we go. Got 3 pieces of chicken out of that one breast. And I have some whole wheat panko. Now you could egg wash it, honestly, but you know what? I'm just going to dredge it in here. So I think it'll stick a little bit. I don't want it to be heavily coated, just lightly coated. Or you could dredge it in mustard. You could dredge it in yogurt. But that's all I'm going to do. And put on my prepared pan. Now I'm going to do some with breadcrumbs and some without. And this, you can see how much breadcrumbs probably actually going on your chicken. I'm saying people don't want to eat breaded chicken. I'm like, why? How much coating do you think is actually on this piece of chicken? Not enough. I mean, I would give it a point, but I wouldn't go crazy with it. I'm gonna coat this. And then I have my air fryer on at 400. So as soon as I get the rest of this chicken prepped, we will throw it in our big old stove air fryer. There we go. I'm just going to do the same thing to the second breast. All right, 4 minutes. I'm going to flip it over. The nice color is starting to get. We'll cook it for another 4 minutes, and then we'll have to take the temp. Make sure it's cooked through. And I got quinoa back there going. All right, chicken is out of the air fryer. It was 4 minutes flip, 4 minutes flip, and then 4 more minutes. And there you have breaded and unbreaded pickle brined chicken. I mean, I didn't really follow a recipe. I just let my chicken soak for a few hours in pickle juice. And I had just enough breadcrumbs for half. But I think it looks splendid. Let's have a bite, shall we? Okay, let's grab one of the unbreaded pieces. Mmm. Taste that pickle. Seems super, I don't know if you can tell. Super moist. Mmm. Repurposing pickle juice. Why not? Let's make some TikTok cottage cheese pancakes today. In our blender bowl, we're going to add our half a cup of oats, our half a cup of cottage cheese, egg, baking powder and salt, and our extract. I'm using coconut today. I'm going to blend really well with my immersion blender. Once mixed, we make into pancakes. Make your pancakes. And there's your finished pancakes. I used pineapple, cottage cheese, and coconut extract in mine to make it tropical. Let's make a dessert Kroger bowl. In my bowl, I have half a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. To that, I'm going to add a brand new protein powder from Motivate. It is the chocolate. 1 serving. Combine well. If you've combined well, top it with your favorite fresh fruit. I'm going to use bananas and strawberries. Top it with a few Lily's chocolate chips. And a serving of the pure caramel syrup. Squirt of Ready Whip. Sprinkling of Twix dust. 190 calories, 32 grams of protein. There's a link in my bio link to get 20% off from Motivate. You need to try this protein powder. It's delicious. Hey, it's time for a product review. What are you reviewing today, Dee? It's one of the things I love in the world. Now, it's not chocolate, but it was the next thing I love. You know me well, it is a sharp blade. Yes, I am reviewing this Nakano Santoku knife. It's just beautiful. Can we just talk about the beautiful wooden handle before we go any further? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that blade. I will tell you, the best knives are made in Japan and China because they know a sharp blade, my lovelies. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that edge. Look at that. And the handle is so calm. I would not put this in the dishwasher, by the way. I wash all of my knives by hand. Look at that. I've been using it already. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Comes with a little care guide. Don't put the knife in the dishwasher. as well. It will damage your knife. Absolutely. Anything that you costly, I never put in the dishwasher. After hand cleaning the blade, make sure it is completely dry and store your knife in the dry environment. Avoid marble and glass cutting boards. Bamboo is the most natural and prevents your knife from getting dull. Good to know. I don't like cutting on glass. It makes too much noise anyway. All right. Oh, they have the whole history of where they come from. How fantastic is that? Yes. All right, let's read a little bit about it. The Nakano Santoku knife is a perfect multi-purpose knife. Sakanto in Japanese means 3 virtues and refers to the triad of abilities: chopping, dicing, mincing, as well as the ability to cut meat, fish, and vegetables. The perfectly crafted stainless steel blade was crafted by traditional Japanese blacksmiths, which have been making knives in the city of Sakai for decades. I'm telling you, they know knives over there, because you've seen the blades that they use. Oh my gosh, they're like yay big. Handmade in Sakai, Japan, the knife was handmade using ancient Japanese crafting techniques passed on for generations. Strong and durable Japanese steel, the ultra steel and beautiful blade crafted by our master artisans will make sure that the knife will last for multiple generations. It's a generational knife. You could pass the knife. You could pass your jewelry and your knife down. Extremely sharp blade. The made in Japan Nakano wood series is a high standard of craftsmanship and will provide you with cutting experience that you have never experienced before. The extreme sharp blade will effortlessly sail through your food. So far I could attest to that one. We're going to do more chopping. If you didn't notice, on last week's prep, I was using it. So we're going to use it on, we used it on last week's prep. We're going to use it on this week's prep, so you get to see it in action. High quality Metaskew non-slip handle. Yeah, I know I probably butchered that word. When you cut food, you don't want your hand to get tired. The handles of the Nakano wood series are designed to provide you with perfectly control and safety while cutting. I will say, it was quite comfortable. I was saying it to Steve, I'm like, I just love the handle on this. It's comfortable. And when it's comfortable, you do tend to cut with more control. Do you want to feel like a chef in a kitchen, enjoying the feeling excitement about preparing different dishes every day? The Nakano Wood series provides you with an exceptional cutting experience, which makes you cutting and preparing your dinner and lunch with exciting and enjoyable experience. So I will tell you, you get hurt more with a dull knife than you ever will with a sharp knife. True story. It is a true story. You always have to be careful when you cut. You always got to make sure your fingers are curled under, so you're not chopping off your tips. Because, I mean, any knife you could slip. You have to have good knife skills. Always curve and just cut with precision. Don't go too fast if you're not ready for it. Just cut with precision. And it is fantastic. And they were sweet enough to offer you guys 20% off. Just with D, get you 20% off your purchase from their website. I will have everything listed down below. Again, if you're not looking for a knife, and don't worry about it, but it's just, this is, I got into Santoku's knives when Rachel Ray first came onto the scene with 30-minute meals, because she always used, and I loved her knife. I'm like, oh my God, I want a Santoku, and I've had several. So I'm hoping this one, the other ones didn't last as long, but this one I'm hoping does. I shouldn't say not last as long. They needed to be sharpened, and you just get a knife sharpener if your knife goes dull, but they're saying this one's not going to do it. So I'm excited about this. So they have a whole series of knives. You can check out all the knives that they have, but this is the one that they asked me to bring to you, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to add to my lovely knife collection. I know. I mean, can you just? Like I said, it's the way it was very comfortable. I was shocked. I'm like going, why is this so comfortable? It just is. It has to feel good in your hand, and this really, truly does. So onward and upward, my lovelies, to some prepping. All right, let's show you what this baby can do. I know if you didn't see my video last week, I did a lot of cutting with this. I will link that in the cards above just to rewatch it. But I have a delicata squash. I'm going to show you how I like to make delicata squash fries. I've already washed and scrubbed this. So I'm just going to cut the end off of each side. Okay. You could eat the flesh of the delicata squash, believe it or not. So we're just going to cut it right down the center. This is how, since it's flat, This is how I like to do it. You can do it this way, but to me it rolls, so I'd rather do it on a flat surface and just go straight down. Remember, flat hand, and just go right down. And then I'm going to get a spoon. I'm going to scoop out the seeds. Right into the trash can. See how quick that is? You could use an ice cream scoop. You could use anything that's got a little rounded top and just scoop out the seeds. Now these are probably like pumpkin seeds. I don't know if you could eat them or not. I don't see why not. But it's way too much work for me. Let's clean it out. Okay, that was pretty done in real time. So all I do is just grab that seed off there. Is I just, you know, I like to do it this way. So it's flat. You just slice it into half moons. Now, would it be easier to slice it this way? The flesh is exposed, probably. But I always worry about not having an even or a flat surface. I always like to tell people to do it this way. Again, just let the knife do the work. You have a sharp blade. You just have to add a little pressure. Look at that. How beautiful are these going to be? And I got quite the deal on delicata squash. I think there was 8 of them for $1.99. They said they were, I guess, past their prime. And like this, you know, maybe the little blemish it had. Honestly, it's still good, in my opinion. Scrape a little of the, scrape the rest of that out. And again, so you can do this way. As long as you just keep your knife, you just make little half moons. Make the best fries. You know, I love the fact that you don't have to peel them. I think that, in my opinion, makes this a winter vegetable. But this is always, of course, seasonal. Trader Joe's always has them, a nice selection. But usually in the fall, you usually get a lot of delicatas. I'm surprised I was even able to find them. So that is it. Fries. Check off my list. Done. I'm going to grab a pan lined with foil. I'm just doing these in my toaster oven because I don't have a small delicata. I'm going to spritz. You can use pan spray and just lay them out like this. It does not get any easier than this. 400 degrees. Check them about 10-12 minutes. You might have to flip them over. But like I said, they will be tender. The skin will be tender. You will absolutely love these. My boys absolutely love these, shockingly enough. Look at that. Just spritz the top a little bit and dash a little salt on there. And we're gonna roast them up. Simple, easy side dish made in real time right on this video. I thought I'd show you them done. It was 12 minutes, flip for another 8 or 9 minutes, and look how gorgeous they are. They are tender. Let me show you. See, look at that. It's just like butter. They're so good. This is the way to eat fries. Who feels like a carrot cake cookie? Done D style. Suzanne, this is for you. Okay, step 1 is we need carrots. Now, I've got these shredded carrots already shredded, but I'm going to chop them a little bit more because I just don't want big pieces of carrot hanging out of my cookie. Now, you could leave them like this. They would work. And remember, when you curl your knuckles, keep your tip on the board when you do something like this, and just move your knife like this. So your tip is never leaving the board. It's all about safety when we have knives, especially this sharp. But I will tell you, you get cut more on a dull knife than you do on a sharp knife. At least that's been my experience. So again, these are nice and diced. But like I said, you could leave them that way. They'd be fine. But I just want them to be a little bit more. And we need to, I want to soften these. I don't think they're going to soften enough in the oven. So I'm going to put these in a bowl and I'm going to microwave them for about, I'm going to have a tablespoon of water. I'm going to microwave them for probably about a minute, just to get them a little bit soft, because they will get a little bit soft in the oven. Okay, grab a little tablespoon of water. I'm just going to microwave them for a minute. Okay, while they're microwaving, we're going to grab our half cup of quick oats. You could use rolled. I like quick oats in some recipes, just again a personal preference. I'm going to get a teaspoon of flour, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Again, you could use whatever you like. Again, if you want to put more cinnamon, you want to put nutmeg, you want to put whatever you want to put in your, is totally up to you. I just like cinnamon. Personal preference. Hope you can hear me over this microwave. Dash of salt, because everything needs to have salt in it. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. That's annoying. All right, where's my half? Here it is. Okay. And monk fruit sweetener, I'm using Truvia Sweet Complete Brown. Again, use any brown sugar you want, regular brown sugar. You want to use, a lot of people use Swerve. I'm not a fan of Swerve. So I'm just going to use 2 tablespoons of this Truvia Sweet Complete. And let me grab a little spatula and combine all these. Get my carrots out of the microwave. I'm going to drain that little bit of water off. And it doesn't matter that they're hot, because we're not going to put anything in here like an egg or anything that you would be afraid would scramble. So it shouldn't be, I don't foresee a problem. And make sure you get all those big chunks of brown sugar broken up. Even this brown sugar, this Truvia, even clumps like regular brown sugar. Which is interesting. Just make sure it's all, because, I mean, it would be delightful to have a big clump of brown sugar in a bite, but you have one brown chunk of cookie, wouldn't have nothing, no sweetness. We don't want that. Okay, let me drain these. Toss our carrots in there. Sorry for the bad angle. Should do it this way. Vanilla extract. I don't have much left in here. Let's see. Teaspoon. Jeez, look at that little bit. This sucker lasted me a long time. Just shows you I don't bake too much. Maybe I should bake more. All right, applesauce unsweetened. Going to do 2 tablespoons. That's not a tablespoon. Do I have any of my? Hold on. We're all on the drawing board. I just had to spend a lot of cooking this morning. 2 tablespoons of unsweetened applesauce. Now, I guess you could use an egg if you wanted. I'm choosing not to. Let's see if we need any more moisture. I think we might need... I don't want to do with any more applesauce because I don't want to have the applesauce flavor in there. Let's do some non-fat yogurt. It'll add some moistness, a little protein. I mean, we're only talking a tablespoon, but you know. Let me just clean this off. Okay. Tablespoon of that. Let's go over. Put flour, oats, brown sugar. I think I have everything in here. Now, if you had some pineapple, tidbits would go really good in here. I love carrot and pineapple. I don't have any pineapple, so I can't add it. Or even pineapple extract, I think that would be really good in here. Or even maybe coconut. Would be a little bit tropical. I don't want to put chocolate chips because, I don't know, I don't like chocolate chips in my carrot cookie. I can go for some nuts, though. What do you think? Do you think we should put some walnuts in here? I think so. I think so, too. Glad you agree with me. Let me grab my nuts. I grabbed some walnuts. I keep mine in the freezer, and I'm going to do the same thing. See, there's two. You don't want this big nut. You want to make sure that they're crushed. Again, keeping your tip on the board and making sure, like I said, I love this knife because it's beautiful handle. It's a really nice grip. And you just curl your fingers, and you just keep your tip, and you just kind of push the nuts under the blade gently. Or actually, you're just basically rotating your blade. We go again. To me, the best kitchen is a nice sharp blade. I'm telling you, I get more use out of a knife than I do any other kitchen appliance. And sometimes I don't even get other things out. I use my knife for everything. So my favorite kitchen appliance would always be a knife. Okay, I'm going to keep them somewhat big. Let's see how many we got in here. I think I'm going to do 2 cookies instead of 1 cookie. Because I just feel like there's 1 tablespoon. I'll do 2 tablespoons because I think we're going to get 2 different cookies. That is 2 tablespoons. I'm telling you, sometimes I get it right. I'm just going to scoop this a little bit up. Careful. Okay. Let's go get my prepared pan. My oven is preheated to 375. Go grab my pan. Have my spray foil lined dish. You could use parchment. I just don't have any, so we're just going to do foil. I'm just going to cut my dough into 2 equal plops. I'm just going to plop it on the tray. I'm just going to press it down to form it in the best cookie shape that I can. Again, I'm not trying to be perfect because, again, these aren't going to win no prize, but they're just going to be delicious. There we go. And you just make them as round as, because they're not going to spread. They're just going to bake like this. So you just want to give it some help for a shape. There we go. These look like, how many of hamburgers? I don't know. But, so I'm going to bake them probably around 10 to 12 minutes. I will come back because I've never made these before, so I'm guessing. But when I come back and they're done, I will let you know how long they baked. I do want to do one more thing. Hold on to yourselves. I have this cinnamon toast crunch dust. I'm just going to, I should measure it because I have a tendency to use too much of this. So 1/4 teaspoon. 0 points. So we're just going to, like I said, I know it's always plenty. Just giving it a little bit of a topping. There we go. Just don't add anything but a little bit of a fun topping. So I'm going to bake these and we will be back when they're done. They baked for 12 minutes. I'm going to place them on a cooling rack to cool completely, but they look really good. I'd eat this. And look, I got 2 instead of 1 big one. I got 2. I could have made 4 out of this, honestly. But yeah, I can't wait to dig in. Or let's taste. Let's let them cool and then we'll taste. Then we'll dig in. All right, they baked for 12 minutes. Again, every oven is different, but here it is. It stands up. It is a soft cookie. I think I can get 4 cookies out of this, honestly. Look at that. Let's have a taste. It's good. It's really good. Carrot oatmeal cookie is what we're going to call it. And she is delicious. Win, win, rah, rah for cookies. My lovelies, you can be having cookies on your weight loss journey. I mean, this works for me. Healthy cookies. There's even a vegetable in it. Doesn't get any better than that. Vegetable, fat, carb, all good things. 3 good things. Fruit. I think pineapple would be good in there though. Just saying. Maybe crushed pineapple in place of the applesauce. That would not be bad, but it's just the way it is. So, winner, winner, cookie for you. Suzanne, enjoy. Well, that is it. Thank you for watching. Again, the link for Nakano knives is down in the description box with 20% off, and my coupon code is listed there as well. As long as I can remember to put on the screen, I will. Sometimes I forget. But it's definitely down in the description box below. Thank you, Nakano. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed these delicious recipes. Remember, you can change the points of the pancakes by the type of cottage cheese you use. Depending on 0 fat, 1%, they all will change. So whatever you're fancy, it will work in this recipe. I promise you that. And that carrot cake cookie, I'm thinking 2 minis with like a little bit of something in the middle, like a little cream cheese stuffing would be really good. I'm always thinking. So again, thanks for watching. Everything can be found recipe-wise on dishwithdee.com. We'll hook you up with the written recipes. And that is it. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with Dee. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you know anybody that would like to see these recipes at your weight loss meetings, your Zooms, whatever, you know you can always share Dish with Dee to the world. So thank you. I appreciate all you do for this channel. It does not go unnoticed. So I will dish with you another day. Have a great day. Take care and thanks for watching.